Hello and welcome to Unstrung Archery. I'm your host, Neil Hickman of Wigan and Orrell Archers, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Nye.
Hi there, I'm now Neil, Morecambe Archers.
Okie dokie, so these next two episodes, should we say, are going to be just looking at myself and Nye, how we got into archery, that kind of thing, and just introducing you to the show. So let's get started. So let's just jump straight into it, Nye. I'm going to be quite blunt, and let's just say about your first encounter with archery. How did you become interested in the sport?
So a long time back now, it was around 2002 with the start of Lord of the Rings Two Towers coming out and Legolas. So I was about 8 or so at the time, and I'm 30 now, so yeah, it's been a time. I did a couple of have-a-go sessions at Lancaster Council, did sort of half-term holiday activity Easter sessions, and then I joined the local archery club, John O'Gaunt Bowman, that was in Lancaster. Was there for 18 years all the way through you, and after a while moved on to Morecambe Archers due to work commitments. So my current club, Morecambe Archers, where I'm a tournament organiser, and yeah, I worked a bit of teaching work for the council back where I swelled for a few times, and now that's pretty much me into the current day, meeting Neil at quite a few local tournaments.
Awesome. So was there a specific event, or is it just literally the whole Lord of the Rings thing that got you ignited with the passion for archery?
Yeah, it was pretty much that. I just really wanted to be like Orlando Bloom. Although, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite. Wish I had his looks though. That's a
Yeah. So what my experience from archery, where I've spoken to people and how they've got into archery, it's usually one of three things. It's either Legolas, it's either that, or Brave, and the last one is obviously Hawkeye or Hunger Games.
Yeah,
so there's a couple of things that generally get people. Yes, it does tend to be Hunger Games that seems to be the more popular choice, especially like nowadays. But for people like yourself that's been in it for a while, it's usually, the good old fashioned Lord of the Rings and Orlando Bloom playing Legolas.
It's one I've definitely seen over the years. There's always big spikes whenever there's a film like Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games, Brave. You always get a big spike in, especially people sort of younger people joining up as well. And the 2012 Olympics had the same impact, I found, as well.
Yeah, the Olympics do tend to, especially if it gets some media attention. I find a lot of people tend to come into the clubs around the Olympics as well, especially if Team GB's done well and we've got one or two gold from it. Which hopefully Paris, this is going to be our year. We're going to wipe the floor with everyone. I think that's what I'm feeling as well. Especially those girls. Those girls are going to be really strong this year, I think.
That Penny Healy, Brandy Pittman are shooting. We're definitely on for a good chance with the ladies team.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so moving on. What is some of your more memorable experiences in archery? We're thinking maybe a competition, or was there a moment that you had a breakthrough in your technique that you thought, no, this is it. This is the sport that I want to do.
I think two of my most memorable moments were actually back in 2010, because I was about 17 at the time. Just finally a few things had slotted into place in my head where I just started. By my standards, starting to shoot well, and I had a trip up to Glenridding in the Lake District, and we were shooting at the bottom. It was a shoot run by Kendall Bowman, and it was shooting on the bottom shores of Ullswater. And I just remember a really warm day shooting there, and just having a great time. And I actually won my first trophy there as well. It was a hidden score prize. Got my backside kicked by the opposition, but I was nearest a hidden score, so I won a prize. It was quite a friendly one. And then after that, it was my first trophy win in 2010, back in September, when I was at Kendall Bowman and their Albion shoot. And yeah, but I was lucky. Luckily, I ended up being the best junior there on the day.
Thinking back to those achievements that you gained, what kind of emotions were going through your head at the time? both when you were on the line, knowing that you were performing well, and afterwards when you heard that you'd placed?
When I was on there on the day, I thought when I was shooting, I thought there's a lad about 6 months younger than me he was a proper top talent at the time. He'd be shooting regular 5'8", 5'70", 5'80" Portsmouths indoors, and he'd even kick the adults backsides as well. So I thought, oh, he's there, he'll win. And then found out dinner time, oh, he's going and beating the adults instead. So I thought, well, there'll be a few people here that are recurve archers, so yeah, I won't win anything. So I'm just there, relaxed, enjoying my day. Yeah, I'm shooting all right, enjoying the day while I'm there, and it comes up at the end in second place with such a score, so and so from Kendall Bowman. I was just like, oh, well done, thinking second place. And in first place, Nye O'Neill with a score of 656. They're like, oh, well done. And everyone's there around me like, Nye, you actually won it. Oh, right, I don't win things. What's going on here?
So you hadn't even realised that it was you that won at the time.
Yeah, so it was just sort of like, wait, what? This doesn't happen. I just sunk into that day of enjoying, just being there, enjoying a nice warm day out.
And I think we can all learn a lesson from that is what archery is all about. You know, we do come across a couple of people that are really competitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the message that I got for most people that are getting into archery is just go out there and have fun. That is the main part of archery is to getting to know the people, and obviously the bacon butties.
Oh, yeah.
Although I have yet to come across a bacon butty in archery yet. I keep hearing all these stories about bacon butties. The only time I've ever had a bacon butty is when I've been judging, I must say.
I can't promise you a bacon butty at my next shoot, Neil, but I can tell you a good place to get a full English.
So, moving on, what kind of impact has archery had on your life beyond the sport itself? Looking at it from your mindset and personal growth, or even relationships, what positive aspects has archery had on your life?
I think it's definitely taught me about goal setting's a big one, and how to keep myself calm under pressure. Yeah, so I always like to set myself goals of going to competitions. So I never expect to do well. I'm going there. It's a day out at the end of the day, and I'm one of those. I need the discipline of training, going to regular training sessions all the time, because it just keeps me obligated to be doing something and keeps me in a routine, keeps me structured. So I think that's been the main thing I've had from archery is that routine from the training process, and then obviously goal setting. It's sort of never set myself anything major, but it's sort of little goals. Sort of, I don't know, maybe right. You broke 500. Did a 500 Portsmouth in training. Right, go and do it in competition now. Little things like that. Also, it's a chance to become social, to be more social as well, because everyone going, they're all there for a good day out, whether you're top county archers or you're someone just off the beginner's course. Everyone's there and everyone's just really friendly as well, so I enjoy having the social visits as well. And so I think it's really helped me in that way do more. Yeah, I think hoping that's sort of the angle we're going for with that question, and I've not gone off on a complete tangent here.
No. I think that's a lot of things. There's a lot of positives to archery, and every individual is exactly that, an individual, and their experiences of archery are all very different. So it's great to hear how archery has had a positive aspect on your life. And as I said, there's no wrong answer there to that kind of question. It's always one of those that you experience archery the way you experience it, and nobody can change how you actually experience that. Yes, all right, you can have coaches that come in and make you perform better, or just get you more into archery, that kind of thing. But I think ultimately down your experience of archery is through your own eyes. So yeah, as I said, it's one of those with archery.
I always try, whenever I'm coaching, I always try to understand what someone wants to achieve as well. I always think I could teach you all the techniques, I could teach you all the technical stuff. If I'm not helping you achieve what you want to achieve, then. But I always think, yeah, that's my job as your coach is to help you achieve the the things that you want to do in the sport as well, and help guide you on the way there as well.
Speaking of coaching, that kind of brings us on to our next thing. Well, let's have a look at any key lessons that you've learned throughout your archery journey. What advice, if you had somebody who was sat in front of you right now, they were listening to this podcast because they were interested in starting archery, what advice would you give them? Is there any specific techniques or strategies that have significantly improved your skills, or even when you've been coaching yourself, is there strategies that you've used that have improved someone's skill set?
The one I go for is one that I use myself, and I make myself stand tall when I'm shooting. So I always like it's a very, very simple process I use. Sort of knees in line with the centre of your feet, and hips in line with my knees, shoulders in line with my hips, then head nice and central, and just turn my head, face the target. It's I oversimplify I might not get that's basically just an easy way to remember how to stand, but I find I'm 5'11" and a half. Really devastated at that part, by the way, because I was really hoped I'd be 6 foot.
So you got cut short there, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm literally the halfway house. I'm literally the tall side of my dad's family and the short side of my mum's family in terms of the men.
Yeah.
But I get people stand tall, and because I think sometimes people feel nervous on the line, especially in competition. For some reason, people feel nervous. I say to them, stand tall. You belong on the line. You've every right to be here. Stand tall. And then look at the goals. And I don't believe I'm going to hit a 10. I'm going to hit a 10 when I shoot. So every arrow, I know is going to land in the 10. I always say to people, have that knowledge in yourself that you know you're going to hit that 10. Because I always think if I believe something, it might turn out to be true, it might turn out to be false. But if I know it, I'm as sure as 2 plus 2 is 4 that arrow is going to hit the 10. And that's what I always try to instill in people. Tell yourself you are going to hit it as well. Because it's one where the more you tell them, you keep positive affirmations like that. Tell someone it's going to speak it, believe it, receive it. I think would be how I generally tend to approach trying to plum coach.
Great stuff. I will add to that. Myself, I feel that posture is the most important part of archery. So, again, we're now saying stand tall. It all comes down to your posture. Every single drill that a coach will teach you will start off with the basic of good posture. If you don't have good posture, you're setting yourself up to make archery uncomfortable, inconsistent, and you're just opening a can of worms when you have bad posture. So yeah, I agree there 100%. Every single drill, every single procedure that we would go through, all parts of your form start and end with good posture. I cannot get behind that enough now. So that's a fantastic point to bring up there.
The thing I always ask people when I'm doing posture with them, first question I always ask is, how tall are you? So for someone like me, 5'11" and a half, which I'm still devastated. Not that I'm bitter about it, but yeah. So I'd say, oh, unless I'm slouching forwards in poor posture, I might be still at 5'9" or something. So I'd say, okay, you're 5'11" and a half. I like it then. That's where I always get people to say, make them stand tall as well.
Okay, so let's finish on the actual interview side of things there. So what goals do you have in mind for archery? Is there a specific area you want to focus on, or a dream that you hope to achieve? What kind of time frame you're looking at for that as well?
For me, I'd say goals I set for myself now are just to try and to as much. So one I've eyed up that I'm hoping I can manage to get on is the Kings of Archery event. Or I think it's that anyway. The one in the Netherlands. So that's my goal for this year. Yeah, Kings of Archery in Eindhoven. That's my goal for this year for the indoor season. I thought, you know what, I want to say I've been to a big shoot because hopefully other people will see it and think, yeah, you know what, if someone like me can go to a big shoot like that, I'm good to go to my company that's just round the corner or go over, and hopefully people then hopefully it'll give people more confidence. go into the shoots of their own as well. And other goals that I've set myself, I think it would just be to try and travel around a bit more, to go to a few new clubs, because I enjoy the social side as well. And the postal league that we were in, I got to meet people across the country. So actually getting to go to these places now would be a nice thing to do as well for myself. So I want to keep getting PBs and things, but at the end of the day, if I can go and enjoy myself and shooting new people and learn more off other people's experiences as well from what they've seen, that for me would be my goals now pretty much for the foreseeable future. I'd say.
Yeah, and I think when we started initially talking about this podcast series, is that was one of our main goals as well, was to talk about archery in a way that would encourage people to come in and join these competitions at the grassroots level. At the end of the day, you can't really get any more grassroots than what we are, because we're supporting our clubs, the local area, the community, and not only that, both Nye and I span over two associations as well. So for myself with Lancashire, and Nye being part of Cumbria. Yeah, exactly. So obviously we are NCAS, both of us, and we are very proud of being part of NCAS. We will quite happily support any NCAS club in their competition. Which brings us to our next point. I think this is gonna be my favourite part of the series. So first of all, I just want to say thank you very much, Nye, for being so open about your career in archery there. So our next is what I would like to call our club tournament spotlight. So this is going to focus on grassroots levels clubs running their competitions. Now, if you've spoken to judges and people that have been tournament organisers for a while, pre-COVID things weren't doing terribly great. Obviously, COVID put a kibosh on most tournaments. A lot of clubs stopped running their main tournaments. Obviously, we had to shut down for the lockdowns anyway, but a lot of tournaments weren't restarted after lockdown. My club, ourselves, we used to run a WA 720 and a head-to-head in August every single year, and have done so for a while, from what I heard. Obviously, this I'm only recently a new member to our club and to archery itself, but we'll cover that in the next episode. But I've heard stories that we used to run a very popular tournament in August, and also we used to run Portsmouth in January. Both of those stopped and haven't actually restarted as of yet.
I was going to go to your double 720 before COVID struck. Actually, it was going to be my first 720 that I shot.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I mean. It was obviously it was unprecedented time for everyone, and a lot of sports suffered, not just archery. But the thing is, by now I personally feel we should have seen a lot more recovery. Now, from what I've spoken to other people about, is we did lose a lot of veteran archers because of COVID. For whatever reason, they stopped coming, or we lost them. That kind of thing stopped people coming to archery. Now, the thing is with archery, especially in the outdoor season, it is an outdoor sport. So getting people outdoors and whatnot. It's a great sport for doing that. So my focus for my spot today, and this is blowing my own horn because I am actually the tournament organizer. Full disclosure on that one, is the Wigan and Orrell. We're calling it the Wigan and Orrell novice ranking round and head to head. Now, the reason why we're calling it that is because it's not just one round. It is specifically tailored for novices. So we are looking at running a metric round for both compound and barebow. Will have the 80 40 meter, and the longbow and recurvers will have the 50 meter 122. So we couldn't call it a WA 720 because that's not a 720, even though it is pretty much the exact same round. It's not the WA 720, so we couldn't call it that. So if you're all sat there wondering what is a novice ranking round, that's what it is. So if you've been an archer for under 2 years, that's all we're asking. Coming down and send in your entry forms. They can be found on the Lancashire Archery website. And yeah, we're doing we're doing the rounds in the morning, qualifying round, and then we are going to put on a head-to-head. Now, the reason why we've done it this way is because a lot of people, unless you're at national level, don't usually get to experience head-to-head. And I don't know, have you ever done a head-to-head now?
I've done two head-to-heads, but they were in record status WA18 shoots. So it's one that I was going in there, and it was pretty much I was one of the few archers of my level as well. Quite a sort of above me is sort of archers who were your good club archers up to your county archers. So it's hard to actually get that. That was after about 19 years of shooting. So
exactly. So you agree that it's not something you see very often, especially at novice level, anyway.
No, it's one where it's often at probably only once you get to even above even competitive recreationally competitive archers like myself. It's not something that you see. It's something that you see in with a serious competitive archer usually. So any chance you can get to do it any chance you can get to experience it, it's really well worth attending as well. A shoot like, and I wish there were more shoots like this when I was starting out as well.
So that's one. Obviously, that is my choice for this episode. Nye, over to you. What are you picking out this time?
Also, date. So, do we mention the date of your shoot, Neil?
Oh yes, that would be a good idea. So it is on the 13th of August. I totally forgot about that. I got all excited about it. So yes, 13th of August at Wigan RUFC. As I said, the details are on the Lancashire Archery website. I will also put it in the footnotes to the podcast as well, so you've got all the entry forms. The closing date is the 6th of August, so there's only a couple of days left to get your entries in there. Our previous tournament we had to cancel because we didn't have enough entries. I don't want to do that on this one, so please get your entries in, and we'll hopefully see you all there.
And I just want to say that will be a really good shoot to attend as well. I've obviously me and Neil know each other well, and we've spent plenty of time discussing tournaments over the last year and a half or so. We've been spent talking about things, and Neil's going to put on a really good day as well on the 13th of August at Wigan RUFC. Well, I'm going to go now. Time for me to do my sales pitch here. It is Sunday the 17th of September at Morecambe Archers are hosting our second friendly American shoot. So it's an American round, 60, 50, 40 yards, 30 arrows at each distance. Last year was a really good turnout for us. We're lucky with it, but I think that owes to where we are geography-wise. But it's an end of season shoot. It's record status, so there's none of the pressure that you expect of a big shoot. And what we want is people to come along, try it out. Hey, if you've not shot an American before, you're guaranteed a personal best. And juniors, we also have a junior American, like a GB round, but it's around to give juniors more of a chance as well. Or if you're an adult archer who's maybe just starting out and hasn't quite reached shooting 60 yards yet, and you want to have a go at a competition, again, let me know, and yeah, we can put it on the 40 yards round as well. It's honestly, we intend it as an inch competition. We don't bite. We're a friendly bunch, and I don't beat Neil's barbecue, but my mum and dad do make a good brew.
Exactly. I can testify for that. I was there last year. And hopefully I'm going to be there this year as well. So that may be a good time if you want to come down and meet the hosts of Unstrung Archery. You can come and catch us at the Morecambe Bay Archers American, which is the 17th of September.
Yeah, 17th September. I can again we can give you all the details to go into the footnotes as well. And also, should we mention that we're both doing both us two and our archery clubs, Morecambe Bay Archers and Wigan and Orrell Archers, are both present social media. And if you want to find out more about who we are, what we do, give us a follow as well. And if you've liked what you've heard, please tell us as well.
Indeed. We are both on there. Again, we'll make sure all the links to all our socials are in the footnotes, and you can check that out on the podcast notes. We'll come to that part in the show where we take a retrospective look at any tournaments that we have been attending. And specifically this time, I want to focus on, it's been a while since we attended this. This is actually where the competition that Nye and I started talking about actually starting a podcast, believe it or not. So that's why it's been quite a while since we went to this one. But on the 14th of May, we both attended the Asherton 9th annual Novice Shoot, which was a national round. Now, believe it or not, I don't tend to shoot at most competitions. I am actually an archery GB judge at the candidate level, and most of my time is spent actually judging them. So this is one of the few opportunities I got to actually shoot this competition. Now, Bob Wild ran this competition for Ashton Bowman. It was absolutely fantastic shoot, and I'm sure Nye will have had a similar experience.
It's one I go
was
back
a really well run day, wasn't it, Nye?
and it's one I keep going back to, even though I'm not a novice now. But I go down because it's just a really good day out as well. Plus, good catering as well. They have good.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, cake, butty, sausage butties. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah, they have a very good kitchen there. So the one thing I just said, we are both not novices. Now, I've only just not, I've been shooting for just over. I want to say I'm reaching the 3-year mark now. So I am not actually classed as a novice anymore, even though I shoot like a novice. And most novices can actually beat me, which I don't mind. I'm there just to shoot, so it doesn't bother me. But it was well facilitated. The judges did give me a bit of a hard time, though. I will say that. Obviously, I'm a judge, so they hold me to a very high standard. But one thing I want to say with these kind of competitions, where obviously we don't want to discourage people to go to them. The judges are lovely. At the end of the day, the judges are there to protect your scores. So whatever you shoot, their judges will do their very best to make sure that's what you go away with, kind of thing. They're not scary people. They're not like these other referees that you think are just going to there to ruin your day. That's not how the judges work for Archery GB. They are very good, especially the Lancashire ones. I have only experienced shoots with Lancashire and Cumbria judges, so I can't comment for any others.
I can testify to the Cumbria judges being sound as well.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I mean. Their judges want to have just as much of a good time as you. So those people that are looking to go to tournaments, go.
Yeah.
Nothing's there. Nothing there is scary. The judges are there to make sure that the rules are upheld, and obviously, where they can, we'll make sure that obviously within the rule set that you come away with the score that that you achieve. So they're not there to take points off you or anything like that. It's not intimidating.
That's to guide you throughout the shoot as well. So if you're having problems on the day,
exactly,
the judges are there to show you how to do it as well.
Now, I will say this: don't do what I did and wait 3 years before you go to a competition. You can't go as a novice anymore. You're not going to get the experience as a novice would. If you are less than 2 years and you still haven't done a competition, these are the type of competitions you want to go for, especially Ashton. As I said, Bob puts on an absolutely cracking tournament. There's a couple
worth going to.
Exactly. And, no matter where you are in the country, support your local tournaments. They need you. From what I've heard from a lot of tournament organisers, football is not great for us at the minute. As I said before, our clouts back in May we had to cancel because we didn't have enough entries, and it's a shame. I mean, clout does suffer in Lancashire because there's only a very few clubs that can actually run these tournaments, but actual target archery tournaments are suffering as well. And I believe the early bird Albion that Ashton put on as well got cancelled because they didn't have enough people sign up for that.
Another one that got cancelled actually a couple of weeks ago was a Feat 720 up in Penrith that Cumbria run. It was
Exactly.
It was a full feature on the Saturday and a feature 720 or 720 head to head in the afternoon, and that got cancelled. Ranking points were at play, and we still didn't get a turnout there. And it's one where even the shoots like that are suffering as well.
Exactly. So I think what we're trying to say here is obviously Asherton Shoot, the national that they hold every year, is one that you do need to go to if you've not been to a competition yet. It's very laid back, and it's a great starting out. Obviously, it is a national round, so you're going to have to be able to shoot those distances, but it doesn't take long to actually get up to those distances from a couple of months if that, and you'll be able to shoot national. Now, obviously, you are novice, so you're not expected to shoot your age group. If you're a senior, they're not expecting you to shoot at 100 yards. You can come back to a proper national and do a 60. That is very achievable for somebody who's been shooting less than 2 years. It shouldn't be an issue. So don't worry about the distance. Have a chat with the people that are actually running the tournaments and just say, look, I'm not quite ready for this, but I want to come to the tournament. Any other distances that I can shoot? Most of these guys and girls that are running these tournaments will accommodate you if they can. With the exception of something like our novice competition, because of the head-to-head situation, we're not able to actually put more distances out than what we've got because head-to-heads are a lot more complex than a standard tournament. But if you are just going to just a bog standard round with no head-to-head attached to it, these are the kind of things that you need to be going for. Go out there, support archery, support your local clubs, and support your local tournament organisers.
All I'll say is, if to any novices out there, if you feel you're not good enough to go to a competition, which you are good enough because you've passed your beginner's course, so you are a good enough archer to be able to attend any competition you want to do. I shot at this. Neil can testify to this. I had a broken arrow rest in my shoot there. I hadn't picked up on, and I shot about 250, 300 points below what I'd be expecting to hit on a normal national round, and no one. The only sort of thing I got was, "Oh, no, we're sorry to hear you didn't shoot as well as you wanted to," but no one was judging me for it as well, and no one judges you for your ability level. Everyone's just glad to see you there on the day, and if you don't do as well as you want to do, everyone will pull around to be there and support you through it as well. And if you do what you wanted to do and get what you wanted to do, everyone will come and celebrate with you as well.
Exactly, and that's what we're all there for.
Yeah, and chances are everyone else has had. If you worry about a bad day, every archer's had them as well. And we'll all support you through. If it doesn't go how you want it to, we'll all support you and we'll celebrate with you when you succeed.
So that wraps it up for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning into this first episode of Unstrung Archery. Stay connected for future episodes where we'll explore various aspects of archery, offer practical advice, and share our inspiring stories. We are also going to have a couple of guests coming up. We haven't actually got anything planned out yet. I have got a couple of ideas for episodes set aside, so I just need to have a couple of words with a few people, and hopefully we can get them on the show. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.